네, 오늘 라이프앤넘버스의 특별한 손님을 또 소개해드리겠습니다. 이분은 영화 아바타의 감독 제임스 카메론 그리고 버락 오바마 대통령까지 전 세계의 이 슈퍼 리더들이 입을 모아서 추천하고 칭찬하는 지상 최고의 쇼를 직접 만드시는 분입니다. 세계적인 쇼 비즈니스 기업을 경영하고 계십니다. 이 회사의 기업 가치는 무려 1조 7,500억 원. 다니엘 라마르 부회장님을 소개하겠습니다. 어서 오십시오. 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요, and thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very, very happy to be here.
자, 저희가 몇 가지의 숫자를 여쭤보고 그게 이제 어떤 의미를 인생에서 담고 있는지를 여쭙고 있는데 첫 번째 숫자로 2억을 꼽으셨습니다. 2억? 그게 뭘까요?
All the people that we have touched in our many years at Cirque du Soleil.
야, 2억 명이 공연을 봤으면 어떤 지역적인 쇼가 아니라 굉장히 여기저기 전 세계 여기저기를 다니시면서 하는 쇼인가 봐요. 좀 간단하게 소개를 좀 해주시겠습니까?
Yeah, the one thing that people don't understand is that we are visiting over 450 cities around the world. So when we start a tour, it always starts in Montreal, but then it will tour for 15 years going around the globe. We have 4,500 employees that are traveling around the world. So tonight, we will have 44 shows in presentation somewhere on the globe. So that's how we're able to reach out to so many people every year around the planet.
지난해에 우리나라 공연 시장에서 가장 많은 수입을 올린 공연이 작년을 보니까 직접 하시는 태양의 서커스 뉴 알레그리아였는데 올해 태양의 서커스 루치아라고 하는 아마 제가 보기에는 버전업인 것 같은데 이것도 사전 흥행으로서는 사상 최고를 기록했다고 합니다. 개막 2주 전에 9만석 좌석이 모두 동나고 매출이 150억을 이미 기록하셨다고 하시는데 한국에서 특히 이렇게 더 성공적인 이유를 뭐라고 생각하십니까?
The one thing I think is Korean are very, very sophisticated on artistic content. And I think that our content is also very sophisticated. Because I don't know if you know that, but when you look to the music hall shows around the world, Seoul is number 3. So it's New York, London, and Seoul. So it says a lot about the sophistication of the Korean market. And that's why I think we fit so well, because I think we're even more sophisticated than the music halls.
올해 공연인 태양의 서커스 루치아라고 하는 것은 부회장님이 직접 세부적인 기획도 하시는지 궁금합니다. 대체로 뮤지컬이나 혹은 우리가 익숙한 장르는 어떻게 하겠구나 이해가 되는데 이런 그 쇼 공연 이건 어떻게 머리를 짜고 어떤 아이디어 회의를 하는지 궁금한데요.
So first of all, we give a mandate to our creative team. So in the case of Lucia, we gave them the mandate to illustrate in the show the Mexican culture. And then the way it works is after that, the team of 20 creators coming from different countries around the world develop a concept. And then they come to us and we approve the concept, or we change the concept, or we give our input. After that, for the first year, it's all about defining properly the concept of the show. So that's the first 12 months. The second year, then we do the casting, we start rehearsal, and we start producing the show itself. So all the process take 2 years before we open the show in Montreal. And my involvement is to do checkpoints every second month to see how the show is progressing.
유니크하고 크리에이티브하기 위해서는 돈이 많이 들 것 같습니다. 그러니까 비용을 많이 들여야 더 유니크해질 수 있을 것 같을 텐데 모든 영역에서 경영을 하다 보면 그 두 사이에 저울질을 해야 될 때가 있을 텐데 그럼에도 불구하고 크리에이티브를 하십니까? 아니면 그렇게 하기 위해서는 어떤 의사결정 과정이 필요한가요? 그 회사에서는?
And I would challenge anybody in any sector of activity not to be creative. Because you can be creative in any sector of activity. I can take a company as traditional and boring as a bank and bring me in a bank, and I will probably enlist of 10 different sector where they can be creative. Creating a new banking services, creating a new marketing campaign, being more creative the way they talk with their employees. There are a lot of ways you can be creative. And that's why I want to demonstrate to people, because creativity is the first step to innovation. And if you don't have innovation in your sector, then there is a big threat that maybe one day you will disappear. But my advice to someone that has an idea in an organization is not to go to the boss and say, "Oh, I had a great idea." A great idea means nothing. A great idea should be supported by studies that shows why this idea can work.
미래가 아티스트의 시대 또는 아티스트처럼 행동해야 승리를 쟁취할 수 있는 시대라고 설명을 해주셨는데, 개인적으로 이 시대의 아티스트 중에 가장 위대한 혹은 가장 선두에 서 있는 본인이 훌륭하다고 생각하는 아티스트가 개인적으로 있으세요?
Yeah, I had the amazing opportunity to work with James Cameron. And James Cameron is at another level, because not only is he a creator, is he an artist, he's almost an engineer by trade. He's someone who is very, very curious. He wants to know everything about everything. And he has been amazingly good for me. James was pushing himself all the time. Just to give you an idea of his curiosity, if you come in Montreal and visit the Creative Center of Montreal, of Cirque du Soleil, it will take you probably an hour or two to visit our Creative Center. When James Cameron visited our Creative Center, it took him 5 hours. Why? Because he wanted to know everything about everything. He wanted to know how this camera works. He wanted to know, how the grid is built, how the costumes are built in our costume workshop. So he is pushing himself all the time. That's why, he's doing scuba diving and try to go deeper than anybody else. He's pushing himself all the time.
외국인으로서의 한국의 아티스트들을 볼 때 그들이 갖고 있는 일종의 유니크함, 그런 게 어떤 거라고 스스로 생각하십니까? 표현을 해주신다면.
Yeah, they really do. And I have to confess to you that this year with Lucia, we're bringing a Mexican culture show. I hope one day I can do a Korean show with the Korean culture, the Korean music, because I love the artistic content that those artists are developing. And that will be a privilege for us, not to say an honor for us, to work with the Korean artistic people.
부회장님과 대화를 나누다 보니까 개인적으로 개인에 대한 궁금함이 좀 생긴 게 있었습니다. 저는 저도 저희 아이들이 있고 아이들을 좀 창조적인 사람으로 키우고 싶은데, 많은 부모들이 그렇게 생각하시겠습니다만, 그래서 부회장님은 어린 시절을 어떻게 보냈는지, 혹은 어떻게 보내는 것이 이런 뭔가 창의성을 기르는 방법인지 좀 힌트를 얻고 싶어서요. 어린 시절 이야기를 좀 해주시면 어떻겠습니까?
So first of all, I came from a very poor neighborhood. In our family, we were very, very poor, and my dad was a blue collar, and he started to, go to university at night in order to complement what he was doing, and he ended up, being the head of a bank. And I was very impressed by his success. And he has influenced me a lot because I was saying to myself, if he start as a blue collar and he is where he is right now, so I'm starting at this point so I can go further. And the one thing I've learned within my family, even if we were very, very poor, we were very, very happy because the family nest was something that was a lot of fun, and we were pushing each other all the time, creating a climate of confidence, which means, yes, you can succeed. And I think it's very, very important, and I try to do the same thing with my kids, was to let them know that everything is possible if they have a passion. Because in life, you need a break. You need a possibility to go to the next step. And that has been the story of my life.
올해 많은 한국 관객이 태양의 서커스를 또 아마 보게 될 겁니다. 혹시 제작자로서 전하고 싶은 말씀이 있다면 마지막으로.
Again, I think we're pushing the boundaries of our creativity. What they will discover in this show is Lucia come from love in Mexican, which means light, and then rain, light and rain. And they will discover something very, very special because they will see new technologies. They will see water in the show for the first time for our touring shows. So I think again, I'm challenging the people to come and see it, and I hope I will surpass their expectations.
조금 전에도 항상 사람들의 기대를 조금 더 넘어서는 그런 공연을 보여주고 싶고 보여줄 거라고 말씀하신 그 대목이 항상 인상 깊습니다. 왜 그 태양의 서커스가 지상 최대 쇼가 됐는지도 충분히 이해할 수 있을 것 같고요. 네, 도움이 될 만한 많은 말씀 해주셔서 고맙습니다. 오늘 다니엘 라마르 부회장님 직접 찾아와 주셔서 감사드리고 앞으로도 또 신선하고 재미있는 공연 많이 선보여 주시길 바라겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
Thank you. Thank you very much.